Okay folks, in this video we're going to take a look at the 10 players I would pursue that are all physical hockey players. I think I have 8 forwards and 2 defensemen in this list. Coming up. It's either 8 and 2 or 7 and 3. I can't remember. I was busy slapping all this stuff together. I'm pretty sure it's 8 and 2. But, okay, I'll show you the clip on this one too. I might as well show you the clips of the requests here. Christian Wagner. Wayne, I see all these videos you're targeting for the Sabres, but what about the 5 hitters you would love to get on this young Sabres team? Good question, Christian. That's a very good question because I love a physical team. So I've got 10 for you. How's that? I got 10 that I slapped together, and they're in any order, guys. They're in any order, okay? It's made it easier for me to make the video and keep moving. It's hard to explain, but it's the way I got to do it if I want to keep moving fast. So as I download them, I put them here in the order of the number, and it just makes my life go quicker. Let's go to the first one. Here we go. And okay, so at number 10, I got Tanner Janelle, and Tanner Janelle this year had, let me look at the numbers for you guys. He had 318 hits in 81 games. His contract is currently $800,000 with 1 year left, and he is RFA the year after that. So Tanner Janelle had to cut the list. I was looking at, I wanted to get some different names, not always the same ones I use. And there's one, I wanted to get a different name up there. And there is some guys on here that'll explain why in a sec. Anyway, let's go to number 9. And there's everybody's buddy Tom Wilson. And Tom Wilson had 240 hits in 78 games. His cap hit is the highest of all the bunch I'm going to show you here. It's $5.16 million for 2 more years. But keep in mind, he has a modified no trade clause with 10 teams on it. But Tom Wilson, of course, would be amazing. I mean, we know it, right? I mean, this guy's a good hockey player, too. He's not just a gooner. This guy is a good hockey player. He's got good hands and everything. So he is number 9. Let's go to number 8. Another buddy coming your way. Radko Goodis. Absolutely, I would love to get him. He was number 1 in the league with 355 hits in 77 games. A $2.5 million cap hit for 1 more season, and then he is unrestricted. I'd love to get Goodis. Oh my God. Oh God. I'd like to see any team try to bully our forwards with this guy on the blue line. And keep in mind, right-sided defenseman, guys, but I don't think that matters much. Oh my goodness. Okay, number 7. And number 7, Matt Martin. Of course, probably my personal pick, who I'd love to get. Matt Martin, 235 hits in 71 games. $1.5 million cap hit, guys. Very friendly cap hit for the next 2 seasons, and then he is unrestricted. Yes, he's 33, but he could play till he's 36, this guy. He's big, strong. He's exactly what we need. Oh my goodness, I would love to get this guy. Moving on to number 6. And his teammate, Cal Clutterbuck, who is 34. And I would say we should try to pitch to get both these guys from the Islanders. He had 229 hits in 59 games, a $1.75 million cap hit for the next 2 years, and then he also is unrestricted. This is how smart the Islanders are. I mean, they got Martin and Clutterbuck under contract, both under $2 million each. No wonder they had deep playoff runs. You know, you got guys like this in the playoffs. It's a dream. And Clutterbuck is another guy I would love the Sabres to try and get. I'd like to see them get both those guys, and get them in our lineup. My goodness. All right, number 5. That was number 6, right? Yep, number 5. And we bring him back home, Marcus Feligno. Marcus Feligno, 238 hits in 74 games. a $3.1 million cap hit for the next 2 years. He just had a career year, you see, 23 goals. And he's unrestricted after those two $3.1 million seasons. Marcus Feligno would be very, very welcome. He'd be very welcome back. And I said, right, 238 hits in 74 games. I believe I did say it. I'd love to get this guy back on the Sabres, but I don't know. I don't even know if he still lives in Buffalo. He was born there. I don't know. Who knows? But we got to keep moving. Number 4. Here's a guy I never thought I'd put on a list years ago. Luke Shen. Luke Shen, okay. What a good season he put together, I got to say. This guy, okay, and I'll tell you why in a sec, 273 hits in 66 games, $850,000 contract, and he's unrestricted after next year. I doubt Vancouver will move him. You know, is he? No, and he has, yeah, there's no, this guy can be traded anywhere. He just has to go. There's no, like, he doesn't have those big thing. Like, his career never really panned out the way it was supposed to, right? He was that big draft back in the day when Toronto got him. And it just never really panned out to what he was supposed to become. But some of these guys in their mid-30s and stuff, you look at like Bogosian, for example, okay? Some of these guys in their 30s, they play better all of a sudden. They get that game going. And Bogosian finally looks good. And I'm not just saying it's because of Tampa. No way. I watch him closely. And he's doing good. He's doing good for this team. Or they wouldn't keep him in Tampa. So I got Luke Shen on this list. Yeah, he had, his season warranted it. It did. Okay, and now number 3. And there's our buddy Lawson Krause again. Got to put him there. He has the lowest amount of hits of all the hitters I got on this list, but this guy's the whole package. He can score. You know, I guess he would, what you say, he's maybe a cheaper version of, maybe not as tough as Tom Wilson, but my goodness, he can do it. I mean, 6'4", 215 pounds, 181 hits in 65 games, and he's currently RFA. We should make a pitch to get some of these guys for sure. For sure. Honestly, if we could just get 2 of these guys, Christian, I would be thrilled. Thrilled. Okay, number 2. Keegan Kolsar, I had to put on this list because he's kind of an underrated guy with a ton of hits. And he is number 10 in the league in hitting. He had 246 hits in 77 games. And he is currently an RFA. If I didn't mention Luke Shen before, he actually was number 4 in the league in hitting this year, guys. I might have not mentioned that. He is. And another right-sided defenseman. So him and Goodis are my 2 right-side defensemen on this list. Yeah, I've only got 2 defensemen. I'm looking at the list now. 2 defensemen. So yeah, Keegan Kolsar, I got also. Again, 246 hits, 77 games, RFA. 6'2", 221 pounder. These are the kind of guys we need. We just need a few of them. We don't need a team of them, but we need some mean and some sandpaper on this team of ours. And closing out these 10, like I said, put them in any order you want, guys. I didn't want to do an order with this because, you know, I probably would have been a little biased and picked Mac Martin first, so I wanted to be fair. Adam Lowry. As you see here for Winnipeg, he can score enough goals, you know, to stay in the league. But God, you know, his numbers this year, I am looking for, and there they are: 231 hits, 79 games. His cap hit $3.25 million for the next 4 years. Then he's unrestricted, but he has a modified no trade clause with 6 teams on it. He's 6'5", 210 pounds, in case I didn't mention that, because I got a little mixed up there. So these are some of the guys I came up with. And I probably could have done, Christian, I probably could have done 15. I would be happy with all these names, just get some of them. I think the consensus would be Lawson Krause in Buffalo and Goodis. I would think Radko Goodis and Lawson Krause might be the favorites we'd like to get. But I think we'd be happy with any of these guys. Marcus Feligno would be nice. I mean, there's so many names here I like, guys. You know? Looking at it here, I mean, my goodness, you know, Cal Clutterbuck, I'd like Matt Martin at $1.5 million a piece or whatever it is, 1.75 and 1.5. My God, I mean, I would jump all over that. You know, Luke Shen for under $1 million, what he brought physically, fourth most hits in the league this year. You know, but I guess if I was only going to be able to get pick two, I would take Goodis, without a doubt. I would take Goodis. And then I would probably take Matt Martin, even though I know he's like 34. I would still take him for a few years. Probably Lawson Krause, though, would be the logical one because of his age and everything. Lawson Krause. I'd be tempted with Tom Wilson also, you know. Then you got underrated guys like Kolsar and Janelle. I mean, there's guys that are underrated, you know. So you guys have to tell me some names you like because I can't even begin to even imagine some of the names going on in your heads. There's a lot of guys out there. It seems like every team has physical players but us guys. It drives me crazy. It does. Let's hope we get on that in this offseason. All right, that's it. Next video coming your way. See you in that one.